Gary Hooser.
Good afternoon, Senators. Thank you for being here, and thank you, chairs, for hosting this meeting, and for the introducers of this measure, Senate Bill 593, which a lot of these lands are situated on Kauai. And I'm here today as an individual member of the Kauai County Council. And I apologize for my late testimony, but you do have it in front of you. And I'll just hit the high points if I may. I'm in strong support. And basically, SB 593 requires the Agribusiness Development Corporation to develop and implement a plan so that by December 31st, 2025, a minimum of 50% of lands controlled by them will be leased to operations to support sustainable agriculture, whose primary business is the production of food for local consumption in Hawaii. It also includes reporting requirements, and I would echo the support for Senate Bill 510. I think reporting requirements are very, very important, and perhaps these two could be merged. A short translation: if this is passed into law, it is possible that over the next 10 years, over 10,000 acres of public agricultural lands would be made available to local farmers for sustainable agriculture and local food production. And I acknowledge that there's many positive forms of agriculture. Biomass has been mentioned, ornamentals, others, and this is only 50%. And this is 10 years to achieve 50%, and these are public lands. And so I think there's plenty of room to include, other forms of agriculture. The passage of Senate Bill 593 could be a game changer for food self-sufficiency in Hawaii. I've served for over 15 years in public office and have heard the talk about food self-sufficiency the entire time. I was one of the original members of the 2015 Sustainability Task Force initiated by then Senator Russell Kokuban. Feeding ourselves, food security, food self-sufficiency, and sustainability have been lofty goals and objectives that all policymakers in all bodies of government have professed to support. Senate Bill 593 represents a tangible opportunity to finally and unequivocally move this agenda forward. I have reviewed numerous agricultural development plans at the county level, at the state level. Every single plan focuses on the same items. Availability of land is usually the number one. Long-term leases, affordable land. The Agribusiness Development Corporation controls almost 19,000 acres of public lands, yet only a tiny portion of these lands are used for local food production. Requiring the ADC to develop and implement a plan to lease a minimum of 50% of the public lands they manage within the next 10 years for sustainable agriculture and local food production is a reasonable approach to utilizing existing public lands to achieve our state's goal of increased food sustainability. The public lands ADC is managing are held in trust and are supposed to be used for the public good. Sustainable agricultural practices are important to restore and preserve the land for future generations. And I added at the beginning 3 suggestions. I don't have the exact words for amendments, but I suggest the term sustainable agriculture be clearly defined, and I've included the federal definition in this. And that also local food production primary needs to be maybe tightened up. So maybe that means at least half of their monetary value is in local food production. And I want to make it clear, local food production to me anyway means food that's grown here and sold here. It doesn't go to the mainland and get processed and come back. It's not gentlemen farmers who are growing a little food and have a few cows on their land. These are people that are serious about this. And I talk to people every day in my community who are farmers and who are making a go of it that need more land. And finally, I strongly suggest, and this is a key element, that the requirement that the land be used for sustainable agriculture and local food production, those terms be linked. That's really what we want. We want agriculture that's sustainable and that's healthy for soil, for water, for the environment, and then local food production. And so I think it's important that those be continuously linked throughout the requirements as this bill moves forward. Thank you very much for allowing me to speak. Be happy to answer questions later. Thank you.